I'm not comfortable talking.
It's alright, but look at me then, because it's the Scotswoman versus the Londoner, and we were talking like, you know, tough luck stories.
I
and
don't got no accent.
It's alright. Just
I don't got no accent. I don't got no accent to speak.
He didn't have enough money to buy tobacco, so he would go out to the tree and he would pick leaves and he would scratch them up and put them into computer paper that he would use for his writing job. And he would just smoke the leaves from the outside tree. He died at 20 because he was smoking poisonous leaves from a poisonous oak tree.
Now, let me ask you a question, because as a Scotswoman, I have to ask this. How many children did your father have by the age of 20 before he died?
Well,
because if he was any man at all, he would have had at least 6 children by the age of 20.
Well, you see, he liked his women a lot, so all the children, I don't know how to say this censored, but they were all bastards.
They came on the other side of the blanket.
Because
is that right?
Yes.
They came on the other side of the blanket.
Mothers. You know, once my father slept with Beyonce, and he had, instead of blue ivy, it was red ivy. He had red ivy. He also slept with Kim Kardashian. Instead of northwest, it was southeast. And then we had so many. I don't even know half their names. You know.
How old are his children? I mean,
we're all twins. We're all twins, but it's kind of hard to explain it. We're all twins, but we come from different mothers. You know. It's kind of weird because it was all one night. You know, and I don't know how he did this without draining himself. But all in one night, he had 60 children. So all in one day, he had to attend 60 different hospitals all around Liverpool, all around London. Just to see the birth
Get yourself back into the Londoner accent, because what I have to say is this. There is no Londoner on this entire world that could possibly father 60 children in one night, because Londoners cannot compare with Scotsmen or Scotswomen.
Scotsmen, okay, so Scotswomen have hair on their arms and they don't shave and they smoke a bunch of tobacco and they eat salted pork and they kill their pets.
You don't even have it, right? It's haggis that we eat.
Haggis, yes.
Yes, that's right.
We eat shepherd's pie. We eat boiled meat every single day. Do you know what it's like for your little kid to look at you and say, "Daddy, I'm tired of these boiled meats. They taste horrible. Why can't you give me something flavorful?" Sorry, son. All we had is water
and the
meat from the leftover cow in the basement that we killed 7 years ago, and we got to put in the refrigerator.
Oh, so are you trying to tell me that you have salted meat in the basement?
We don't have
That's much more lucky than we, because we only have salted fish. We only have salted fish, and then we have haggis. Do you know what haggis is? Do you know what haggis?
Sheep intestines put into more sheep intestines.
That's not right at all. It's sheep lungs, sheep heart, sheep liver, all put into the sheep intestine, and it's grounded up with oatmeal. So, if you think that you've got it tough eating shepherd's pie, then you must have your ass back asswards.
Like asswards? Are you for real? I knew Dumbledore back in the day, you know that?
Dumbledore?
We used to have to...
Dumbledore was Scottish!
No, you must be out of your mind!
You couldn't have known Dumbledore.
You know what we had to do? You know what we had to do for water?
You have nothing to do with Dumbledore.
After a rainy day, because it rains every day in Liverpool, we had to go to the gutter and we had to use spoons. One spoon to
share between the you and Red Ivy.
The other kids.
And Red Ivy and Southeast. And Southeast and
spoon
everywhere.
ourselves. Dirty water. Alright, dirty water.
Alright.
It was horrible. And my guitar, I had to use a Coke bottle.
Oh, you owned a guitar.
I had to use a Coca-Cola bottle.
You owned a guitar,
did you? I had to use one
you?
string, a piece of metal for my finger, and a piece of wood, and I had to do it Jack White style. I just had to swing. Alright, what do you do? What did you do? You have an iPhone, you know what we have?
That's right.
We have sheep eyeballs.
I didn't have an iPhone. Do you know what I had to make my first guitar? I had a cat gut to make into a string. That's all I had, and I had to stretch it over.
I had to use chitlins. Chitlins and longhorn.
Don't interrupt me, young man. What I had to do was I had to stretch this cat gut over 2 nails, over a piece of rubbery cardboard, and then call it. All right, go sit down.